While I was recording this video, I forgot to mention that I highly recommend watching BlameTruth's newest video responding to TDawg, Smitty, Infinity Ward, and Modern Warfare 4. All in all, it's a great video, and I highly recommend to get some more context on what I talk about in today's video to watch that first. And after you watch that video, come back to this video and let me know your comments down below about what BlameTruth said, what I said, what TDawg, Smitty has said, and what you hope for Call of Duty. Because if you are a huge, passionate Call of Duty fan that still cares about the franchise and want to see it do good with Modern Warfare 4, watch both videos to get the full context. But other than that, enjoy the video and maybe subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe. But yeah, real quickly too, shout out to my channel members. You guys are the best. So I just got finished up with watching BlameTruth's newest video where he responds to TDawg, Smitty, and I'm not gonna lie, I agree with BlameTruth. Before you click off, before you get mad at me in the comments, I gotta be honest. His newest video, talking to Modern Warfare 4, Infinity Ward, Call of Duty, and responding to TDawg, Smitty, really hit home. To give context on what Call of Duty means to me for a little bit, it is the game that held me up growing up from being a bad kid or doing stupid things, okay? I was basically bullied my entire life, okay? But outside of that, outside of school and all that stuff, my family was poor. We literally had nothing but each other. And when I say that, I don't mean my parents and siblings. I mean my grandparents, my cousins, especially my aunts and uncles, literally everyone. And at one point, my entire bloodline was so poor. We all lived in one house. And in that one house was a single Xbox 360 with Modern Warfare 2 in 2009, okay? I was born in 2005. I'm 21 years old now. But in 2009, at the extremely young age of 4 years old, which I probably should not have been playing, but I played Modern Warfare 2 for the first time with my cousins and my siblings. And it kept us together in something to look forward to every single day growing up, especially while we lived all in one house. And after watching BlameTruth's video where he gives 3 great feedback points, for one, bringing up the aura and the atmosphere of Call of Duty now compared to back then in Black Ops 1, how scientifically SBMM and EOMM doesn't make sense and how it's hurting Call of Duty now. And lastly, to have Activision or Call of Duty Studios stop giving us, the players, bullshit every year. Limited time modes, all that kind of jazz with content, everything. And I completely agree with BlameTruth. And just like how BlameTruth says at the end of his 33-minute video that was mostly positive, by the way, I love Call of Duty 2. I want to see this franchise and everyone who develops it and comes together to create it every year to succeed and be the most and best entertaining game every single year. And if someone at Infinity Ward or even someone who has connections at Call of Duty can watch this video or even BlameTruth's video, please do. Because these kind of videos are from players who love and adore the franchise and care about where it goes and how it performs. And more importantly, with this new era of Call of Duty, which they said it themselves, by the way, they've been calling this with Modern Warfare 4 a new era for Call of Duty. Changes that creators are talking about need to happen, and there needs to be fairness in how we as players are treated in this new era. And I really feel like if Call of Duty is just gonna listen but not have any action, nothing's going to change. Because we can be as honest, bring up so much proof and evidence, and have our thoughts and opinions voiced, but if things don't change, we won't change. And I feel like for Call of Duty, if they really want to win us back, we need to see some sort of update every single month until Modern Warfare 4 comes out from Infinity Ward. We need to see updates about the anti-cheat right now for Black Ops 7 and how it's going to change with this new engine in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. We need to see a lot of things, and I just hope that somebody at Infinity Ward is inspired or actually does the work. Because if we don't see that work being done, if we don't see the changes happening, we as Call of Duty players will continue to bash the game, not play it, leave, and basically recommend that nobody plays the game every single year. Now is the perfect time for Call of Duty to win back the hearts of many Call of Duty players that have left or quit and have been continuing to bash the game. But if they simply don't fix the game, they don't fix certain things that we want to be fixed, just like BlameTruth said, the atmosphere, the aura, how SBMM and EOMM just doesn't work anymore, or the bullshit that they've been pushing down our throats for the last couple of years, nothing will change. This new era will completely fail at the beginning of it without them doing anything, man. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see what TDawg Smitty says, because at the end of BlameTruth's video responding to TDawg, he said, hey, I want to see you react. I want you to see your opinions on what I think and what needs to be changed. And BlameTruth even said himself, he doesn't care if TDawg agrees or disagrees. He just wants to see him react and get his thoughts on what BlameTruth brought up in this video. So obviously, I'm going to make another video talking about this entire thing, but it is so awesome to see two massive creators of vastly different audiences, right, come together and try to basically fix Call of Duty in the sense of bringing up valid points, bringing valid criticisms, and bringing actual evidence and proof. And I really just hope that, you know, one of the studio heads or a developer at Infinity Ward responds to BlameTruth and what's been going on, because we're being this active, for being this vocal. It would be awesome, and it would be great in general just to get a response to know that, hey, at least we're being acknowledged, at least we're being heard, at least we are known. Because that's one of the biggest gripe points that I've had with Call of Duty over the last couple of years. No matter how much they fucked up and how much we have voiced at the fact that, you know, they have fucked up and messed up, it just seems like they ignore us. And it sucks to have that. You know, you go into any kind of relationship, a friendship or anything like that, when you're getting ignored, when you're getting ghosted, and you feel like you're just not connecting with the person, it's a shitty situation. And that's what's felt like for a lot of Call of Duty fans. You know, I see more tweets about the updates than addressing actual problems with anything going on in Call of Duty nowadays. And it's like, you guys never care. It's like they don't care. They don't even know what's going on, you know? But to be fair, like, being a Call of Duty employee as a dev or a marketer or somebody that manages their social accounts, I'm assuming here that Activision or Microsoft or the higher ups that only care about profits and money and don't care about the player base, they have such a tight stranglehold. And, you know, to anybody that is a part of that group where they're part of the higher ups, please loosen the grip that you have on the studios, loosen the grip that you guys have on the devs and the things that they can do, because there's so many things that they are able to do, and I know they can do it because they have experience, right? And they developed Call of Duty games for the last couple of years. Now, just loosen the grip, because the kind of horror stories I've seen former devs talk about while working on a Call of Duty game, it literally feels like they had no freedom at all anytime they clocked into work. Another big gripe that I had with Call of Duty over the last couple of years is just how they treat content as well. They drip feed us game modes that we've gotten on the start of Call of Duty games, like Demolition, Capture the Flag, and instead of doing that, I feel like it'd be way more effective to give us a couple of more new guns instead of 2 or 3, and mixing up the meta and mixing up the gameplay a lot more. And I am completely on board with no more limited time events. If you're going to add a new mode and have that mode actually be significant and impactful to the game for that year, it needs to stay. It cannot be drip fed to us and, you know, given to us 6 months into the game's life cycle where the game's already dead or the game's already performing badly, you know? I just absolutely hate the fact that every single game, no matter if it's a battle royale, a first-person online shooter, or even some trashy anime loot box game like Genshin Impact, they have some battle pass drip-fed system of content. And it's like, why are we doing this for Call of Duty, you know? And if they're gonna have their collaborations, which they said that they're still gonna do, it just really needs to fit into the whole theme and atmosphere for Modern Warfare 4, make it an event. Don't just make it like a skin and a battle pass event. Make it a full entire game mode like we had in Call of Duty Ghosts with Michael Myers, right? Make it fun. Make us actually immersed and feel the fact that, hey, this is not only a collaboration to spend COD points, but also to play the game. And also, another big thing, they need to hit every part of every game mode and community, like the campaign people, the third mode people like DMZ or zombies, right? And multiplayer. And now Warzone and Black Ops Royale, I don't even know if they're still alive or not, but they need to hit every part of every game mode community good. Like, campaign needs to be good. Everything that they have for Modern Warfare 4 with DMZ, multiplayer, and campaign, and I'm assuming Warzone as well, needs to be good. They need to make actual meaningful changes and actually be impactful and significant enough for us to notice it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these updates that are like 60 to 80 or even 100 plus gigabytes nowadays for Call of Duty are nothing burgers. That's also another big thing that I hate. You're telling me that I have to update the game for 100 gigabytes, start it up, restart requires update, and then reset the game, and then load it back up just to play one single game of Call of Duty, and that all could take 10 to 15 to 25, 30 minutes. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. And I also want to highlight the fact that for a lot of people, even on these brain rot apps like TikTok or even Twitter, everyone is all in agreement on the fact that Call of Duty just does not feel the same anymore. From what BlameTruth brought up with the aura and the atmosphere, but also the actual gameplay. And they need to make things that are, you know, very important to Call of Duty players. Just for example, the classic Black Ops mode in Black Ops 7 right now, they need to make that a permanent thing every single year, because what they've been doing for the last couple of years when it comes to the gameplay, the movement, all that stuff, they've literally just been throwing a majority of players in it and saying just get good with it, when there should be a divide, in the sense that there's a divide on players that want the movement, that want the crazy fast-paced gameplay, to the people that want a slower, more classic feeling Call of Duty. And they should offer that every single year at the beginning of every single Call of Duty cycle whenever a new game comes about. If you go on these brain rot platforms like I mentioned, like TikTok or Twitter, and you talk about a Call of Duty post, you scroll on the thread in the comments, a lot of people will say Call of Duty's not the same. Call of Duty's just bad now. Why are we still buying it? Why are we still playing it? And more people are talking about these older Call of Duties and actually playing it than the more recent ones, and it's just insane. All in all, Call of Duty for me means so much. I want to see the game do good. I want to see the game actually be good. And I want to see us players happy, because I feel like for all of us that are still around in some capacity, either talking about the game, actually playing the game, or whatever, we all love Call of Duty to a very high point compared to the casual player, to the casual gamer. And, you know, BlameTruth brought this up. I didn't even mention this in the beginning of the video, but Call of Duty is competing not only within the gaming industry, but also the entertainment industry, which is one of their big goals for Modern Warfare 4. Infinity Ward literally said, with passion, precision, and yada yada yada, they want to make Modern Warfare 4 the most entertaining game of the entire year of 2026, and I would assume 2027, right? So they're not only competing with the gaming industry, but they're also competing against social media platforms, news, all that kind of jazz. So if they really want to achieve that, you know, their own goal that they set for themselves, they need to do anything and everything that's possible that the community is giving them right now. And, you know, I'm not saying that they need to make every change possible, but I'm just saying that the biggest gripes and the biggest problems the player base, the community, like myself, like BlameTruth, like you watching this video right now have, they need to at least make up for it. Because over the last couple of years, we have been wronged, we have been fucked over countless times. And it's getting to the point where the fact that we need a whole new era and they need to set goals and actually change studios and all that stuff is ridiculous, dude. I just really hope with Modern Warfare 4, with the gaming community for Call of Duty, with the devs, the studios, everything with about Call of Duty changes for the good. But it's only going to happen if Infinity Ward and all these other studios and all these higher ups actually make an effort and have action to what we complain about, to what we say, what we talk about, and actually make meaningful changes that are impactful and significant for the player base and for the game and the franchise as a whole.